screaming Halloween, let's face it.
It's screaming Halloween.
Let's face it. But it doesn't have to be Halloween. Yes, the sentiments are, but they could come out year on year if you wanted to. Now, I always think, do people make Halloween cards in the UK? Some people don't, but what about the people that knock on your door for treat bags and things like that? You can see down by the samples we have.
Great idea.
Look at these treat bags here where you've just stamped it onto the front of a treat bag. So if you've got children who like to come to your door, maybe you live on a little housing estate or something, and the kids come and you could do little bags of lollipops and things like that.
Rather than getting them handfuls like they do, because they get handfuls,
they
don't
take
they?
them all.
Oi, oi, and you don't want to do that when mum and dad stand there. Oi, look at you.
Or maybe it's somebody's birthday
Augustus.
at that time of the month, so you want to do birthday bags and things like that. So it's totally got you covered in that sense. But they are large stamp sets, 2A5s, absolutely incredible silhouette system, and the trees and all of the items in there can be used for
I love
fall.
the way you've coloured. If you're wondering where the colour's coming from, we've actually got some pads for you and some stamping paper, because a lot of people are saying, I want to do that on the telly, and I know you want to replicate this. We've got the goodies for you coming up next. So with that in mind, you do have a flexi basket, which is nice, bit of sexy flexi. So you pay half of it now, $17.99, as a club member, obviously, because I'm assuming you're a club member. But I know what they say, if you assume you make an ass out of you and me, but I'm not, because I'm assuming that you love discount, you love money off, and you want to get the cheapest you possibly can. Well, you need to join the Grand Craft Club. That's how it works. Here is the new exclusive with £9 saving. However, should we put some other things in? Yeah, let's. 676620 is your item number. And so where does all that colour come from? Well, as you know, Tony and her team are always trying to think ahead to make sure you can get the best out of all your Stamps by Me products. And here's the next part. This little pad, when I say little pad, it's not really a little pad,
Well, it's like a bumper pack. It's got 75 sheets in here. Okay, 75 sheets, just imagine that. But not just 75 of 6 designs, 75 of 25 designs.
So pick and flick.
So absolutely, if you want to. So these have totally got you covered with your card making silhouette stamps. Now, when I say that, check this out. All you have to do is stamp the reflection on there.
That's like a free stamp in there.
Exactly. So if you maybe have dexterity and can't get the blended backgrounds, maybe you're not the best painter in the world, maybe you want to achieve the look but don't feel you're quite good enough, this pack has totally got you covered. Now, if you're getting the stamps, you need to get this pack as well, because this is going to see you through. You're going to get 75 cards. So we have the backgrounds with the perspective and the stars and the splats. Then we have ombre, so if you want to create summer cards and things like that. What about ethereal skies? I mean, look at that with the white halo in the centre. That is giving you scope for maybe using your stencil from the stamp set as well.
Oh, different ones. Look.
Build them all into your stash. Then we have some plain, just in case you do want to be creative with your colour. Now, I can tell you, honestly, when these papers have gone, they have totally gone. You have them all. I've given you a ton of them. They're totally done.
Oh,
so we've already launched these in America, and these absolutely flew.
So this is it. So this is it. Who's that? Hugh Lewis in the news. This is it, ladies and gents. If you don't get this now, you won't. I've just been told that 25%. While you were talking, I had 3 stock updates. One after the other, and I ignored the first 2 because that's what you do on a show like this, and because I think, well, I won't say 10 or 20 because I'll wait for the 25, and lo and behold, literally seconds later, oh no, crap that Dean, 25% of the stock is gone. And by the end of the first demonstration, I'm expecting half the stock to be gone. Get it in your baskets. £13.49, 75 piece pack.
This is brilliant for all year round. Now, on the front of the counter where we've done samples, I know they will show you the lovely samples, but think about albums, covers, fronts. That tree, what Dean said he absolutely loved for the front of an album. Absolutely wonderful, guys. Happy birthday sentiment. You don't have to use them for Halloween.
I know
the front says Halloween, but come on,
right, just take
let's
that off.
move the
Watch
front
this.
away.
Watch. Okay, we take that off.
Move the front away and you have an incredible paper.
It's whatever you want it to be. So I'll leave that off.
Great.
Okay, I'll take that off because it isn't that. It is, it stands by me, happy paper pad.
And as soon as I demo that, like you said, you're going to be screaming half the stock's gone because it's incredible. Should
we go 30? Let's go 30. Let's just do 30. Listen, one other thing you were really keen to bring onto the show, and you said bring it forward because we had the counter set out, and so I said, no, put this up here because I want you to have this. Why?
Because it's watercolour card, and if you are wanting to do your silhouettes and maybe not stamp onto paper and cut that corner, maybe you are wanting to colour and understand it and be creative with it. So this is watercolour. It is hot pressed, which means it's ironed, so it has a smooth finish on here. It's A5, so you get less waste. It's a nice white colour as well, because a lot of watercolour cards have a hue of yellow or an undertone of cream. This is white. This is the best-selling product here, one of ours, alongside the Eureka. So it's basically just your Carter. It's inexpensive. Top up on that one because that's back in stock.
Get it bought because it's, yeah, BIS. I said BIS. Back in stock. 579834. Now then, you want to make these create these wonderful things. You're going to need brushes and some decent tools of the trade. And I was actually thinking of you this morning.
Really?
Yeah, I was finishing off the decorating. I've done 2 bedrooms in 2 months. How's that, right? So I've got to cut in. I've got, my cutting in trick. I'll show you my cutting in trick, yeah. So I've got a special brush. I've got a really expensive American paintbrush.
Right, okay.
It's cut off at the angles. It's called a Purdy's brush. You want to look it up. And I was cutting this morning, and I thought of you because I thought, tools, and we're talking about tools, and I don't know why I was just ramblingly in my own head, just doing my stuff, thinking. We always say about tools and brushes and painting and make sure you get the right things. And I thought, I've got the right brush here, because this one I'm doing this really quickly, because I've got the right kit. We're just about to show you the right kit. Stands by me, flat watercolour brushes. Ready for this? For £22 in a case.
I know.
Have you lost your mind?
I know. So these are your flat ones, and the reason why I put the flat ones in the show is so we can do moons, freehand moons, because we can take the colour back out, and I'll show you in a demo. But this is a cool set. So basically, when you pull tight the toggle, on here, I'll just show you, you just pull your toggle in like so.
Like your swimming bag.
Yeah. And then it stands proud on your table for when you've got your water brushes here. So when you get them home, sorry Dean, so when you get them home, you get 4 sizes. Now they're hard. You're probably thinking, Tony, they're rock hard.
Someone
they're rock hard. Why are they
cleaned
hard?
them?
They're hard because they need to put adhesive on them to get them into the ferrule, okay? So when you get them home, all you need to do is just scratch it with your finger, and there we go. Get it all nice and soft, and it's a beautiful flat-headed brush. These are brilliant for covering large backgrounds, small backgrounds, but also extracting ink off of paper as well.
Gotcha.
So, you know, your
big water backgrounds. Look at that, baby. That one. That's what's that? Is that 1.5 inches, 2 inches?
Absolutely. Get the cover on there. It is 1.5 inches.
1.5. Thought so. Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
I'm just activating that hair with my nail there. Get it going. So basically, because I have a lot of questions going, they're hard. Are they supposed to be hard? Well, they're not supposed to be hard. But to get all of this lovely hair in this barrel here, they put a binder on here so it can be held in place.
Sure, yeah, I understand.
But then as soon as you get going, look at this here. Absolutely wonderful. Brilliant for your backgrounds as well. It's
not bad for cutting in as well, to be fair.
Synthetic hair as well, so it's going to be good for all your media. So a great investment.
Be what? Skating? Oh, skirt. Oh, skirt. You're skirting. Oh, no, I've done my skirting. Thank you very much. No. How whole room skirting and one door? How long?
Oh, very quick if you've got a good brush.
Well, and a technique.
An hour.
Bang on.
Yeah.
Hour. Done it before. Done. Took the walked the dog. Came back. Done it.
Ready for
you've done that.
Ready for next go.
Yeah. Nick. Dare you. 810957. Like those a lot, and you should like them too for the price, because they are stunning things, and it's all about having the right tools. We're going to keep going down the counter. We can do one more.
It's up to you.
I want you to do some.
Okay. Shall we leave this one?
Should we do that in a minute?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
We'll
do you want to see the stamp? Because I want to see the stamps. Do you want to see the stamps?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go and see the stamps. There you go. That's what we were going to show you. The Thirsty Brush Media Watercolour brushes. We'll come back to them in a minute, because I don't know about you, I've seen these wonderful stamps and I've seen these silhouettes and what we can do, and it's nice to see them on the paper, and also that wonderful pad. I'm going to call it the Happy Pad, because it's National Positivity Day today.
I know, you told me that today. I'm pleased you told me that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but we just said every day is a positive day.
We said that straight away, didn't we?
Yeah, irritatingly positive every single day. So I'm glad there is a day to celebrate. I said earlier on, emails in, things that make you smile. This is a good question earlier. What makes you smile instantly you see it? People say the dog, their grandchild, chocolate.
Anything handmade makes me happy. If somebody says I made this, I'm like, oh my gosh.
There you go. So there's a little thing, isn't there? There's always something that just makes you smile straight away.
Yeah, what makes you smile? Let us know.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Today on positivity. Maybe it's when you've created a card that you didn't think you could create. You go, oh, it's glitter.
Sparkle. We all like a bit of sparkle.
Right, then what you can do then?
So I felt like we should stamp onto this wonderful paper now.
It's uncoated,
paper is uncoated, perfect for stamping on, okay? You can heat emboss, it tears, it gessos, it embosses with the 3D embossing folders. You can do a ton, sand it back. Shall we try this one? I've not actually done this one.
It looks like a cave or something.
Yeah, let's just be creative. Now, in the kit, you have everything you need to create some really, really pretty cards. So you get your stencil. As you can see, we can create our own halo moon, and then we get our stamp. So I love this cute one here because it's very magical and tells a wonderful story. So let's use this one first, kids.
It was a little bit about, it's got that like the Lost Boys from the movie, Peter Pan. I've got that vibe, Peter Pan-y sort of vibe from it as well. I don't know if that was meant to be, but, you know, it's interesting, isn't it? I was discussing this morning, so I've got this piece of art that I'm going to be selling soon at home because it doesn't fit in the house.
All right, okay.
But it's a piece of art because I like abstract, you see. Because I like abstract, because people look at stuff and they don't know.
I'll see it different to you and you'll see it different to me.
And everyone says, what is it? I said, I don't know, what is it? tell me, because
Yeah.
that's the whole point. And this is the same with things like stamps and craft products, aren't they? Everyone sees something different, and I think that's what makes them really, really magical. And that's why stamps, I think, really work as a craft product, don't they?
Just amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. So let's see what
So
they're
I
up
just
to
pop
then.
them on there. So my background's doing all of the talking. Let's just straighten this out on Paul.
So this is the shadow. Am I right?
Yeah, so this is my shadow. Now I could ink that up in a grey, so it gives me that softer reflection if I
Right.
wanted to. I could not ink it at all if I don't want. But I think it's very fitting for the moon and things like that.
I don't think I've ever seen stamps with the shadow on before.
No, because it's quite unique to us in the sense that I couldn't get that reflection, so I made a collection. Reflection collection, they're called.
Reflection collection?
Yeah.
God, do you know what? You're a genius.
And the rest of the counter's full of reflection collections from top-ups.
We've got some more.
Got tons of stuff, haven't we?
We've got tons of stuff. But what a nice idea. Someone's actually thought about it. You know, that reflection in a pond or something. How would you get that?
Exactly. There's a cabin on there. There's a bird. There's tons of stuff.
Go and have a look if you like.
Where's he been? Where's he been?
Where have I been? Well, I've been here right a month.
No, you've been looking after your family as well.
I have. Thank you for
so
that.
I'm just inking this one up. That's what's more important. Right, so we're just inking this stamp up here all over. So let's just get it laid down first so you can see. And then what I'll do is I'll darken the top bit by inking it back up again with a black. Look at that. So it looks like, it's cool, isn't it?
But like you say, I think you could second generation stamp the
Of course you
bottom.
could. Yeah.
So just mask it and second generation the bottom bit maybe.
Yeah, or, because I've got my Eureka, we could put another piece in.
Of course you can.
Second generation on there.
Yeah.
Got 75 sheets in that paper pack.
Oh,
so.
I love that.
So I'm just going to go back over the top one here.
You need
and
to
just
do
make
some
that.
more of these.
Yeah.
You've got more in the pipeline.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We love reflection collection.
Yeah.
So now my top is more solid than the bottom. But if you look at the bottom, I have graphically sort of jaded it slightly.
You have deliberately made it almost blurred almost.
Yeah, so you just get that lovely feel in there. But don't forget, in the rest of your sets, because obviously it's not a choice of you getting them all, you get the wonderful tree. So if I wanted to sort of like build my own composition, maybe create my own scene, let's take this wonderful tree here with the birds on. And this has got a reflection in as well, so maybe we could, let's pop this on here. Let's not have the reflection, let's just have the tree top.
But you know what, you wouldn't
Honestly.
normally think of doing a reflection because how do I do it so you give up? Well, no, I can't be bothered, I won't bother. But it's magical with the reflection, isn't it? Because it really sets the scene, I think.
And it sets it apart from just an everyday stamp
Yeah.
that, you know. So let's
£39
just-
for them all.
For it
Do you
all.
see what I mean when we say we have to go and show you and stamp a few out? Because once you see them, you go, I've got to have them. I've got to have them. Because they could go on, because they've all types of inks for fabric and stuff now.
Fall
Imagine-
cards and things like that.
Yeah, but imagine I can always go back to making your own fabric squares for quilts and things. Making your own little, an 8-inch square so you can do half square triangles with this on it or something like it.
So now I've just popped that tree just
Oh,
creeping in
yeah,
at the
they're
top.
running
It's got
towards
a
a
couple
magical
of birds
tree.
on there.
Maybe it's the faraway tree.
So just, although it's a reflection, it's built in as a reflection, I have totally used it as just a filler for my card here. So I'm just making it a little bit darker because I have picked quite a dark piece of paper. So there you can see now I'm creating a lovely, lovely scene.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to end there. We have a moon in the set. So let's add a...
Let's do moon.
We've got moon. We've got the stencil as well, Dean. So what I'll do is, shall we add like a nice halo?
Yeah, because that's sort of going to be quite like a cosmic moon, man. Because that doesn't look like a normal sky, does it? It's another planet, maybe.
Let's add our own touch on them.
Come
Let's
on.
make it extra special. So let's just get our moon here. So shall we just do it off because we don't want it precise?
no,
It would look nice precise actually, but let's just do it off. So let's just do it in the corner up here.
You could do a hunter's moon. You could do, I don't know, half a moon. You could do a sort of crescent.
Of course you can.
Do what you want. Do what you want.
And you've got bats in there, so you could do bats flying across the moon.
Yeah, cool.
So if you wanted to. So I'm just going to take some white here, just tap it off on here. Then all I'm going to do is just halo it in. And it doesn't look like it's doing much at the moment until I take the stencil away. And just fill the whole area.
Is it there?
Is it there? I promise you it is there. Don't be afraid of it, honestly, it doesn't bite. It's a little bit of ink. Oops. Let's press on a little bit harder, Tony. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared, Tony.
Don't be scared.
Follow your own advice.
Yeah. The thing is, because you know when you enjoy a card, you don't want to ruin it, do you?
No, we're getting
You know
there.
what,
Don't ruin this for
don't
both of us.
I know. We're talking about how good it is. Come on, let's make it shine. Well, there we go.
Oh,
Get
there
some
you go.
colour on here. So let's spread that
You
white.
created a little bit of like movement there as well.
So I
Yeah, don't
remember,
swirl it around. Yeah, but by doing it like that, it just gives it the idea that it's
like
turning.
if we do it like that, maybe we'll get a bit of a
Maybe,
curve.
yeah. Oh, hello. Hello.
So you know how like you get that line?
I think I might cry.
You sound like my Tim. My Tim would have said that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, bless you. So here's the mask, look, the centre. So if you want to soften this line a little bit, if you pop the mask on, just very slightly, and then just sort of like bring it out a little bit, it will give you that, do you know when you get a glow sometimes? I mean, you don't have to.
I've always got a glow, it's my age.
So I'm just sort of making my moon not look as harsh in the sky by giving it a soft glow. Can you see that there?
Oh, yeah, because moons don't have a sharp edge, do they?
Not unless it's a really clear sky.
Not when I haven't got my glasses on, they're all out of focus. Everything's out of focus. But they're sort of like out of focus, you want it, don't you?
Yeah, and then we've got a witch. We
Just
could do
think
a witch.
how many, if you've got 75 pieces of casting on it, maybe if you've got, say there's, I'm going to guess, right, just guess, there's 25 landscapes. Just how many different landscapes you can make with the cardstock that you have. So you might just have 4 of, oh no, how many? It's 10 of each. How many was there?
There's 25 designs.
25 designs.
75 sheets.
You might decide, just think, you could take all those 25 and completely change them.
Yeah.
And the challenge for you, I think, is to get your pad, get home. Don't think about stamping and coming up with Halloween or whatever. Just have a magical moment making a scene and see how many scenes you can make out of the pad that you've actually got. Because you've got loads to choose from. Normally you get 4, you're a bit scared. I don't want to ruin it because I've only got 4.
Or not use them because you've only got a few.
Yeah. So I think in future, bigger pads, more options, more chances to fail, which means what? First attempt in learning.
Yep.
Yeah. We only win or learn. That's it in life. And so this
That's a great sentiment, that.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I've probably got half a dozen you can have, but we need to talk contracts and terms. We keep talking about doing something, don't we? We never get round to it. We keep a collaboration, we thought one day. Back in the day, do you remember?
Yeah.
We sat down. I've still got the list.
Have you?
Oh, hang on, the counter's going. That's locked as well.
It's got the wheel doesn't touch the floor, dude.
What?
Oh, the wheel doesn't touch the floor. So don't cough or sneeze. It's floating wheel.
It's elevated.
So there, look at that. Look at the bats.
I love it. I love it. I've got bats in my garden. Love bats.
Yeah. So then now, really, because the paper's doing all of the talking, we don't really need to do much else. You can add some sparkle if you want to, but I've got a white gel pen here.
2 things I want to mention here as well.
Okay.
Because people are scared of colour and scared of composition and scared of making things. Black, white ink.
Yeah.
That's all we've used for this, black, white ink. Okay, so if you've got a black and white ink, if you haven't got black and white ink, go onto the website and buy some immediately. So if you think about it, that thing that you're seeing right in front of you there with all the purple and the greens and the magicalness and the darkness and the shadows and that, 2 colours, black and white. That's all you need. Grab them, put them in your flexi basket as well. If you didn't think, well, I haven't got a white one, I need it, well, go and grab one and put it into your basket, and you make that to flexi as well. And minimum tools, but the right tools, I think, is what it's about, isn't it, Tone?
Yeah, so all I'm doing here is this dries back a little bit lighter, which is wonderful. So I'm adding a white highlight to the top of the children here just to ground them, because you would get a slight reflection from our incredible moon.
So this is the arty side now, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's just accenting really. And I would say if you are adding a highlight, if you're going from the top, only put highlight on the top of everything. So the top of the hat. So you wouldn't do left or right, you just go top of everything. So top of the head, top of the cape, top of the leg, back of the leg,
it makes
top
sense.
of the arm. But if I was going left, I would do the left. If my moon was coming from the left, I would do the lines all on the left. I wouldn't do left and right because the moon's not coming from left and right. Does that make sense?
No.
And then obviously the tops of the bats here because the moon's coming down. I might get a touch on the top.
Oh, a little bit on the tree, yeah, I'd say. Yeah, a little bit
on
like
the tops of the trees as well.
Don't go mad.
Just to add the highlight if you want to. And if you want to just maybe accent the moon a little bit, you can of course go slowly round, just adding like a scratch of white just to enhance it a little bit. But really that is just your card finished. And here's one I did on the other pattern paper, so you can see how the reflection here is quite jaded into the sort of
just
like...
a piece of art, really. Imagine that as a journal cover or something. Do you know what I mean? Or a book cover, your books at school. We've had to design a book cover this the other week for a science book cover. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his. I thought, how many kids, right, are sitting there doing this bit of project, so design the front of your with alcohol blender pens, full set. And I had all the kids. I mean, there's not many kids, Georgie, who've got all this to their disposal.
Just have to remind him.
Yeah. So, Dad, have you got a stamp of a test tube? I went, no, but I'll find one. There's no. By the way, can I just say, okay, there's no sciencey school stuff. Anyway, that's spooktacular, but it won't spook you. I'll tell you what spook you, the price and how much you can actually do with it. What I will say, though, take my advice if you don't, if for what it's worth, and Tony's, and get that pad thrown in. When it's gone, it's gone. I know we say that and go, oh, we've got an extended dispatch. No, there isn't. That is it. That pad that you want or you need, that you've just seen demo, will go into that flexi basket very, very quickly. But once it's gone, it's gone. Give me a stock update. Go on. 40 now, is it? So there's another 10. There you go. I did say we get to about halfway, didn't we? So I'm not far off. 676620 is your item number. That is our main collection, the Stamps by Me Spooktacular Stamp and Stencil Collection. 11 stamps and 2 stencils. Now, if you love that sort of reflection collection that we were talking about a little bit earlier on, we do have a few more in the collection. You're going to come and do this with me? Come on.
Of course.
Come. She's not busy. Busy? Not busy? Thank you. Only because I haven't seen it before and I just need a little bit of a guide. And what's the best guide to have? The owner of the company. Here's the first one. Stamps by Me, Better Together stamp set. This is really cute. This is really romantic. And also, much like you like to do, is bring crafting up to date. Make it a bit younger. Make it a bit more sort of... make it a little bit more, you know, not old school 50th anniversary, which is lovely, don't get me wrong. It's inclusivity, isn't it? It's trying to include as many people as possible.
I feel like that, absolutely, Dean. And I feel like cards that just take one pass of a stamp with some black ink and you're done. One and done cards that create cards that look like this.
Yeah.
Now, this could be stamped onto that paper collection, bear that in mind. All of it's created to work alongside. But if you want to do a halo of yellow out to an orange and out to a red, of course you can do that together. Interchange it in with all of the other lovely stamps that you have from your other brands as well. Just absolutely awesome.
Hey.
Smart pants. Yeah, but here, check this one out, look.
Look, you see? That's what you can do. But just to prove that it works.
Absolutely.
But I mean, upside down, just change it around and you've instantly got the same thing. You get both of those. You get the tree, you get the couple.
Can I just borrow that piece of white card?
Lovely.
There, Dean. Thanks, Toni. So here, look, check this out. So you get that lovely stamp, which Dean's just highlighted there, but you also get this wonderful tree as well. Look at the reflective tree. It's like a great big oak tree. So if you're thinking like family cards, family orientated, positivity, family grows, loved ones, then the tree is a great example of trying to create those particular cards. They're also great for the cards that we don't like to do. I'm thinking about you. You know, I know.
But symbolic tree, though, isn't it? It's a really symbolic. It could be it's new, old. It could be sort of again rebirth. It could be family. It's got a really symbolic feel. So it's a great for £16.19. If you like it, stick it in your basket. These
are all back in stock. These reflection collections, and I brought them today because I felt like if you absolutely loved the magical children and the ones that I'm demoing today, then you're going to absolutely love.
Yeah, and you missed out the first, like I did. I missed out the first time. No, you couldn't do. I was hoping there was going to be one of these, like a forest, because this reminds me of you know, those reflection paintings you used to do on a Saturday morning. 010552 Stamps by Me, Better Together stamp set. That was that the previous one or was this one? That's the previous. We're just waiting for this to catch up with us. We're so dynamic.
This one's absolutely beautiful. Great as a Christmas
Ready?
card.
Reach for the stars. Oh, no, don't do it. Take it away.
And you get your stars in there, the trees, the moon. So, again, these are back in stock. Once these are gone, I probably will not be reordering.
But again, that, goes everywhere from Christmas to birthdays.
And you can be creative with colour. Look, there's the black top, then the silver halo at the bottom. So if you want to be really...
There's your moon.
Absolutely. And the moon, you can create circular moons. Just have fun with them.
That's beautiful. And again, especially when you use different textures, if you're using things like glitter, using embossing powders, it totally changes the whole look again, doesn't it?
Use your stencils, maybe mix a little bit of ink at the base there. Check this one out. This tells a full story. Night, day, summer, winter, starry.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely incredible. And then here we have another 2.
Just sort of black ink, really. That's all you need.
Just easy.
£16. You'll decide when you need that. It's back in stock because it sold out the first time. Brand new today, yesterday. But 328457 is your item number. Now then, next one, third of 4. Go on in, show me.
I think you'll like this one because look at the reflection in the bird here.
Let's have a look at this. I want to see a picture of this. Let me see the packaging, and I'll tell you if I like it. The steps from me only. Your only limit is you. True. Oh, that's really nice.
So you have the moon in here, the top and the bottom. So you have the reflective base too. But here we go. So here's our wonderful. I mean, check these out, guys. I mean, no technique is required. You just stamp the stamp, and you can create the most incredible artistic.
These would be really good for the background that went wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know when the one you think that went wrong? Because the stamps are so ingenious, they draw your eye that you don't really look at the background per se. You're looking at the shadow. I love the watery water. Watery water.
So if you're not creative or don't understand colour, why should you be exempt from creating beautiful cards? You don't have to understand perspective. You don't have to understand colour. The stamps are doing all of, the stamps are doing all of the work for you.
Oh, so introducing some other stamps you may have.
I mean, would you normally put that with a flower? But how beautiful does it look? You know, it just works. You've got the moon at the top and the bottom, some sparkle on the base there. Interchange the foliage.
Great inspirational card for today as well. You know, this is sort of Positivity Day today around the country. You know, sending someone a message. A card doesn't have to be for a birthday. A card doesn't have to be for an occasion. You just want to live just because you want to live just because. You know, you just want to pick someone's spirits up or something. You just notice a little card, and it's just that thing to say, I got you. I got you. And people just want that sometimes. And sometimes people are so big and strong, they know, all right. But you go, I got you, I know, I got you. Don't worry, I won't say anything. I know. And that's what cards are about. Now then, here's the next one. This is one everyone to do. Dare to dream. And I dare you. At 996579. I dare you. Go on. £16.19. And again, the Reflection Collection.
So this one,
you
get the reflective cabin and the trees and the lake, and then this one you get a lovely, lovely industrial. Now don't forget, on the back of every one you get the QR code. There is a ton of videos already because we've brought these back time and time again. You'll also see other ones from the range. You get the reflective boats, the swans. We do a ton of reflection collections. So if you like the concept...
Sue's the sticker, sorry.
Oh no.
It's the item number. Have you guessed it? Have you worked it out? Yeah, it is. So we know what things are what things in the warehouse.
So the concept is the same for all of Reflection Collection. All you need to do is add your own flavour.
64, 60, 219, 58. So well, what we got here? 32, 64, about 66 quid, and you've got the lot. In a flexi basket, £33. You've got the lot on its way with all your Halloween as well. I'm not trying to spend your money, you spend what you can afford. But if you think you can afford it and you love what you see and you're not very good at art, but this is art's already done for you, please put them in baskets by going to the website, which is createandcraft.com. All the stuff's there. Don't forget you send an email as well. We want to know what makes you smile instantly. Just makes you smile. It may be the silliest thing. Maybe getting up in the morning and the sun's out. You go, oh, look at that. Lovely. Sunny day. Lovely. Or it's been so hot, it's barren and arid in the garden. It's just brown.
And then you get a bit of rain,
and then you go, rain. You go, oh, rain. You see, it's perspective. Life is all about perspective. Listen, we've got more to show you, but we didn't get to the brushes before, and I would like to just quickly mention these, because I know it's different. It's slightly different from the stamps. We gave you the details, but I know you just pick them up. But these are water brushes with already colour in them.
Yeah, which you can. Once you've used the colour, you can fill up with your dye inks from your spray bottles.
So you can reuse them.
Reuse them, yeah.
Perfect.
Longevity is key. So basically, you get a hue, you get a steel grey, green, red, purple and orange. I'm going to demo these. Mine are unscrewed. But basically, just remove the lime loop, puncture the barrel. Lime loop. Puncture the barrel, and the colour just comes through and you can paint. Now, these are great if you, again, picking up watercolouring and you're not sure about consistency, or you're not sure how much paint you need to mix with water, because it can be overwhelming. These are built for you. All you need to do is squeeze the barrel, pop it out. Now, they're highly pigmented, these, and they're a great, great price for what you get. All you need to do is spray them down with water. I'll do a demo with them.
Yeah,
next.
we'll have a go. We'll have a quick go. Beyond that camera too, there's a price. £13.49, ladies and gents. If you want to go, there's 879-523. Right then. Okay, so we're going to do some more demos now. But if you'd like to email in, please do. studio@createandcraft.com. We'd love to hear from you. Maybe show us some of the pictures you've done with your reflection collection. And we'll show the world, and you could be inspiring someone else today. What time is it? Let's have a look. Oh, look at it. It's 4:30. Feels like about 10:30 in the morning for me. I don't know. It's weird because the later shift for me always feels weird. I'm here till 10, by the way. We're back a little bit later on. Paul Church is going to be with me later as well. Can't wait for that one. I know I think he was sobbing in the hallway earlier, but he'll be all right.
What?
He's always on with me, isn't he?
Oh.
Why me, I think, were the
I'm
words.
sure he won't. I'm sure he won't.
No, I'm joking.
So I'm going to use the Carter, which is the
This
watercolour
one,
card.
Yeah, let me
So
show
this
them.
is going to help me move colour around. So if you've experienced cardstock where you put your colour down and it don't work and it goes in bin and you go, I can't watercolour, it's probably because of the card you're using, not because you can't do it, okay? So if you have a good quality cardstock or a good product, it works. You just need to make sure you use the good
And if
stuff.
it's not going wrong, you're not trying hard enough.
So I'm just going to wet the top of my Eureka here and I'm just going to stick it down so it grabs on there. And then I'm going to spray the card here. Just water, nothing fancy. Then I'm going to use my flat brush.
Of course you are.
And this is the 3/4. But I have another, no, that's a 1 inch.
All right.
So I'm going to just show you the pens very quickly. So this is how mine come look. They're very well loved because I love them because they're so pigmented. But basically, let me just grab some.
So when you're designing and coming up with these ideas, these are sort of tools that are on your desk.
Yeah, so these ones are from the lovely Emma Blake from Thirsty Brush. She loves vibrancy. And when she picked the colours, I'm like, oh. But do you know what? Because you have the capability to water them down, I absolutely love them.
Okay.
So here's another piece of card. So let me just show you. So you squeeze both sides of the barrel. Just give it a squeeze. When it comes through, and then you're ready to paint.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you can
they are
paint,
vibrant, aren't
just
they?
absolutely paint beautifully if you want to. The great thing about these is you can pull the colour back out as well. So there's a lovely green. I'll just show you a couple of the colours. It's got a click seal lid as well, which makes me very happy because if I come across another pen that leaks, for my life.
It's like your fountain pen in your pocket at school, isn't it? On your shirt. Oh, blimey.
So it's a lovely
Oh,
red.
look at that. It's a good red.
Absolutely lovely.
Pigment.
So,
City.
Absolutely beautiful, and they dilute beautifully as well. So you can see the lovely colours. And then if you spray them with a bit of water, you can just see.
Oh, yeah.
They're just incredible.
They react, don't
and
they?
they're super, super vibrant for the cost. Because normally for a pen set that'd be £13, you would expect it not to come through quite so bright. So I'm just going to spray this again. So let's create our own background. So maybe you don't like papers. Maybe you're quite creative in the sense that, you know, you do like to pick up a brush. Oh. So let's just add some colour in here. So I've got.
I'm just waiting and watch. But I've got a public information service while you're messing about. Okay. We've had a couple of people say to me in my big mouth, go online and get yourself black ink and some white ink, I say. And there's always someone who goes, I can't find it, Dean, it's on there. Well, we'll do it for you, don't worry. We got some details. There you go. Thank you, guys. They've got the Cleaner pen and pad set. We've got loads of options. There's the white ones at the top there. One's on the right there. There's a white one. The Artistry Pick and Mix one is there. Do you do one?
Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, we just can't keep it in stock.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
Sorry. But we do have them. There they all are. Who
though.
was it that emailed in? Do we know? Zara, I hope that helps. Oh, they've got Zara's email here. She says, Dean has said that Tony used only black and white in demo. Can't find the black and white ink pads on the website.
You're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. Not these ones specifically, Zara. I meant generally black and white. I should be more specific, and I'm ever so sorry. It's all about words, and you would have thought I'd be better at it. Anyway, yeah, any black and white, that's what I meant, not the ones we were using here, because, of course, they're not in stock, sadly, but they're on the website. I hope you can help out. If you do get stuck, call us customer services or email in again, and we'll send you, I'll get the guys to send you some item numbers. Take a quick email, and we'll do it. Oh, my, you got no power? Oh, do you know, I could have sworn, didn't we pay the electricity bill?
I did. Sorry, I did check.
So can come and get 50p?
Could I have some tissue too?
Some tissue, why?
It's not.
It's all a bit emotional, isn't it? I'd like to be a gentleman and offer you a neckerchief, but I haven't got one. And some tissues, please, Mary.
Thank you.
People say to me, is it live?
Of course it's live.
They do.
So
Oh,
I'll just
that's nice.
quickly dry this off. When I get some tissue, I'll do a bit of a mop-up to prevent me from study here half an hour. Let's just
Thanks, Leonie.
Oh, Leonie saved the
Always,
day.
you see. What she hasn't got on that trolley.
Thank you. Look at the size of it.
Look at it.
So I'm just going to mop my puddle up here.
Oh, that's like leaves. Look at that.
Yeah,
Weird.
abstract.
Abstract.
So
Well, that's what I've seen.
Sorry, I'm going to spray it now and just get rid of it.
Oh, all right.
I'm joking.
Charming.
Oh, so let's just push this around a little bit. Now, the beauty about these pens is the ink can sit on top of the ink. You can intensify if you want to. I'm just getting rid of my puddles. Now, again, I'm using my Eureka as a work surface. My white...
Oh, you are, aren't you?
My white glass mat's too precious to get dirty.
So precious you are, aren't you, princess?
Oh, what we like, eh? What we like. So before it's absolutely dry, let's just show you that lovely technique I was going to show you in relation to putting a moon in yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just open this. Let me just clean this off.
Have a mop up quick.
Yeah. So let's just clean this off and let's show you how you can put a cute moon in. So I'll just pop that on there. So all I'm going to do is I'll just pop some water in here. Give myself like a little bit of a puddle. I'm just going to pick up some water, and then all I'm going to do, and this is why these flat brushes are key to what you do. When you pop it down, if you do this all the way around, can't see much at the minute.
Sorry,
so I've wet it, and then when you put your tissue in, it pulls out the moon. Get your work brush again. Go back in. Paint your moon.
You're just
back
twisting
in.
it in your
just
fingers.
Just twisting your fingers. You might end up with a little bit of a wonky moon as such, but no, when you've put your lines in for like the clouds and things, it sort of like stabilises it a little bit. So I'm just gonna. So you can see it's lifting it slowly. We need a bit more.
Just slowly,
bit more. Slowly, slowly.
Like I say, it's a moon without my glasses on.
So I'm just going round and round and round. And then you probably look at your card and think, it looks like a hot mess because of all the colour. And I say this on every live that I do because I'm live most days. See your card through to the end.
Yes.
That looks like a hot mess. I'm not in a disagreement. But as soon as I put some stamps on there, you're going to be blown away.
A hot mess?
Yeah, because it's just a pile of colour at the moment.
Sounds like a band.
Be a great name for a band, don't you think?
Hot mess.
So can you see it's coming?
Yeah.
So just get some more water, just keep
It's
lifting.
that one spooking us. Do you know that pad I kept telling you about? That I want to call it the happy haunting pad. I'm just going to call it the happy pad today because it's positivity day today. Half the stock's gone. I did say get to half, so there you go. That's that done. And there is no more coming back again. No. We absolutely mean it. There is no more. There's no extended dispatch. None of that. That is it. What we have is what we have, and we're offering it to you today, guys. So take advantage of that. 577965. Oh, see what we've done there.
So it's lifted a little bit there.
Yeah, I like
and you can keep going and keep going, but when you dry it, it'll come more white than everywhere else. So let's just blast it off a little bit.
So at this point, you could add sort of micas and thing on there, clear, to make it a sparkling moon. Yeah.
So let's just get it dryish. Let me just, to speed it on, I'm just going to pick up some ink here because I've got a bit of a puddle going on.
But it hasn't cockled, is it?
No. It's good. It's really good.
Isn't it lovely to play? And then we were discussing this the other day. There's a lot of crafting that goes on that isn't card making, that isn't with an end. I need to do something. It's just the process, you know. It's like going to get deep again. It's like, you know, people say happiness. If you had a goal, what would it be? To be happy. But that's like a destination. Yeah. Why not make the process joy? Just just enjoy and have joy in your life all the time. And after the destination, you'll be happy, wouldn't you? So rather than saying, oh, I'm trying to be happy, it's a bit under pressure, I think. This is the same as craft. The process is the joy of crafting, and eventually all that joy will lead to you being happy because you're just happy in yourself, aren't you? And that's why I think playtime is really, really good. Especially
You've been
even if you're
listening
growing
to my
up.
lives?
No.
We are so alike, it's unreal. The things you say, honestly. Right, moving on. So I'm going to use the lovely frame here, the tree frame. So you see it's built in a frame. Look at this. So I can do a beautiful card with a moon in the centre. But I'm going to show you how to extend it so I can do like creeping in.
What's that in the middle?
It's a gap, so you can do your bats or your people or whatever you want. It's like a frame.
Oh, can't wait.
So it gives perspective, like you're looking through the trees.
Oh, sure.
Up.
Yeah, sure.
So what I'm going to do is, rather than do it just as it's built, I'm going to go across the top, down the side, and then I'm going to fill in this bit here. So I've filled my full card. Even though my card isn't the size of a stamp, I'm going to make it work because we can. So let's make this black. So now you're looking at that thinking, all right, yeah, it's all right. I like it. But wait till we start putting detail on. This is where it starts to come.
Not bad for reception.
Yeah, not bad. A star, that one, Dean.
Hey, you get a star, get a certificate to take home.
So I haven't inked the bottom of the stamp because I don't want the stamp to cut my card here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just go in.
Oh, it's trees, isn't it? Of course it is.
So then when you look through, you might see my little halo of my moon. And it'll look like these trees are coming in on this delightful, maybe summer sky, winter sky. Ooh. Let me just make it a bit darker.
Doing sound effects and everything. Because I have to do my own now. Times are hard.
Yeah, we do.
Lovely.
And then stamp it. Let's just make it a bit darker. Working on an angle
Don't
so
move
it's
the camera.
right.
We'll move the set.
Yeah, it's just so it's straight on telly because it'll do my... It's got to be right.
Someone at home's going, that's not straight, that picture.
Well, I'm working like crook neck to make it straight. It's all right, though. So here we go, look. So now you can see how like we're building our lovely scene in here. So let's just move that to the top. Then all I'm going to do is take my artwork and turn it round.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to make sure it's in place with my stamp. It doesn't have to be perfect because guess what? It's got trees on it. So just pull it down.
Now, this is why the Eureka comes to its own. Look, you can do all this stuff. You can judge it. And that's it. So you're just going to stamp the top now.
Now right. This bit. So I've created myself a lovely, like as if you were in the woods.
Almost.
If you were in the woods and I was looking up at the sky.
At the canopy.
Yeah.
And looking through a hole.
The canopy without no leaves on. So I'm creating my own story here, which I think storytelling in card making is wonderful.
And if you're a golfer, you know you've seen that hole in the canopy and you've gone, I'll get it through there. It's a 1 in a million shot. I'll get it through there easy. It's 90% air, trees, aren't they? Hang on a minute. Which one? The birds one? Oh.
So then when we turn our, just on the end, darling. So here we are, look. So look at that. It looks like I'm looking up and we've got that lift of that beautiful moon there. And then all I'm going to do now is let's take the kids now.
That's the most unsubtle thing I've ever done on telly. Dean, go and grab the birds on into the counter, which I knew what it was. I picked up 3 different ones before getting this one. Oh, be positive. I'm positive, Doug. Limited stock.
That is crazy.
Yeah, the only limit is your talent. 456141. The green on the screen, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm so sorry. Come here, Bern, take that off me. Next time, what you're going to do, if they did, probably get you to give it to me, because otherwise, then the floor managers haven't got a job, have they? Because I'm doing it all myself. So yeah, sorry, Bernie should have done that. Yeah.
So now I'm inking up a witch. So stamp this one down, and I've done her like as if she's going into my moon. I should have made my moon more whiter, but
you can tell they're at home because there's broomsticks outside.
And again, those little accents of white gel pen. Now you could absolutely rattle this with some white ink and create stars.
Yes. Who'd have thought a few months ago? See, that works, that style with the witch on the broomstick, because of the background. Now, the background could be that colourful and that wild, because that's every sort of like Disney movie you've ever seen with this type of thing, isn't it? It's every movie, because there's never just a black or a white or blue background in the sky. That's proper. Something's going on there.
Just creating my own story here, Dean. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Right, so I'm just going to, because I didn't really do my moon as white as I'd like, I thought I might just show you this stamp in here, because you get a moon and you get the reflection too.
But it is there, though.
It's just there, isn't it?
You know it's behind the clouds.
Now, I could accent it, I guess, with my white gel pen.
Yeah, could do that.
But I'm just going to pop this in the middle of it just for so.
Just because you can.
Yeah, because it's in the set, might as well use it, haven't we? And we've got some bats in there.
Oh, yeah. And no mask in there. Don't need it, do you?
No.
Because normally you'd mask that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, you can mask it. There's
but you don't need to.
Tons of different. So that's the one where we've done our own sort of coloured background there. And I did have one that I'd already painted. Let's just see if it's under here.
But remember, if you don't want to do that, you can also use these.
Yeah, so you've got options. That's what I like about.
If you don't want to do any of that, you don't want to use the paints, you can't be bothered. But remember, it's raining.
That's what I mean. So I rattled that with some water, bleach, lift it out. There we go. So you can see 2 different types. So on this one, I didn't use the darker pen. I used the light, but you can see I've used pretty much the same things, the stamps and the pens, and I've done nothing much different. And look how different they look.
Yeah. And again, and you haven't had to have any training. You haven't had to go to college. No ologies. It's just buy the right stamps, get a bit of ink and have a play. And if it don't work, bin it off and do it again.
Absolutely.
Or turn it over and start again, because that's another way of doing it. You use the other side. This is going to sell out, ladies. The Happy Haunting paper pad, 75-piece pad, that we have no more left. Over half the stock has gone, and with Toni's products, when we leave a programme, with half the stock gone. Are you back again later?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Well, we'll see what happens with this later. 577-965, half the stock is on. Please put yourself a happy haunting pad in with your collection day with these amazing stamps, which I'm going to remind you of again, which is new and exclusive. The only find you'll find them only in the UK. The only place you'll find them is right here, right now. This is the Spooktacular Stamp and Stencil collection, because we get the stencil to do your moon, which we've seen already. You also get a few extra stencils where I'll read these out to you actually, because I didn't get a chance to earlier on. It's boo. Yeah, boo. Then you got being normal is vastly overrated. I agree. I concur. What's to be normal? I'm crazy about you. Hey, join us if you dare for a Halloween scare. There you go. So it goes extra little sentiments in there as well. But the main thing is about reflections. I love it. It's completely different. It's not really even scary anymore, is it? It's fun as it should be, but it doesn't have to be Halloween. It could be bags for the kids as well, parties, all that sort of thing. And once you've got them, you've got them. And as I say, the first time I've seen this collection, it's really nice to come back and see all these new products. And you don't have to worry about how do I do a reflection, or it'd be really good if I had a reflection. Maybe making your own coasters and things for your home, so when you do have that little party, if you do have that little gathering, you've got those extra little pieces. You know what it's like. Halloween isn't just for the kids. Once you've been trick-or-treating, come home, and adults tend to have, I don't know, some drinks and stuff, and a little sort of Halloween style party. You've got to have an excuse to have a party, haven't you? You might as well make it Halloween, and you can really go to town as a crafter, because that's what you do. 676620, not only do you make a saving of £9, but there's also flexi as well. So if you want to spread the cost of your brand new stamps, you can do, and it's just £17.99 today. At checkout, and you pay another £17.99 in a month's time with the same credit or debit card, and they're yours. But we send them to you straight away, which is great. You don't have to wait. And back in the day, you'd pay it and then wait. Once you pay for it, you can send it. Not anymore. Play before you pay. Yeah. Righty. We're going to do that.
Your only limit is you, because I think this is going to sell out. So I'll quickly do this one if that's okay.
Yeah, I think you should.
So you can see from the card, you can create this card if you want to. So you get the background moon, you get the reflection. I'll just show you on the stamp here. It's all built in look. So you have the moon, the reflection, the bird, the foliage. So I'm going to use one of those patterned papers. I've got the bird here. So let's get it stamped out in black. And then, I mean, you could do this in a beautiful gold embossing.
Yeah.
Have a gold one if you want to. The scope is incredible, really.
Transfer that moon over to this other collection.
Absolutely.
Mix and match.
Put the bird in with the kids. You know, there's just...
really scare them.
So let's just ink this one up very quickly. Let's get it as dark as we can on this colour. But you can already see those papers. That's got like a little highlight there. That looks like the middle of a misty lake, a pond.
Could be, yeah.
You know, we're all going to see it differently, aren't we? So...
Magical already.
So already, I'm getting like a story coming together, pretty much.
Right, we've just sold out of this one. We'll carry on with the demonstration for all the people who've bought it. Okay, but I can say right now that your only limit is you with the birdie is now sold out. So well done if you got yours. Congratulations, you're going to love that one. I see why you've bought that, because that's cool. Really nice.
And then when I show next one, that one will sell out. And then when I show next one, that one will sell out, because they're all so good. Right, so I'm going to build in perspective now. Let's go down here, actually. Let's build our own.
Yeah, because at the moment it's a bit of a floaty lake, isn't it?
Yep, so let's create as if it's pushed back. Let's pop some of these ferny.
Let's ground it. Let's earth it.
Let's earth it a little bit. I love creating these sets, you know, because they really do give. Shall we do one actually coming in? Full one.
Right, all the way in.
Like that?
Yeah, you can just hop onto there, can't you?
Yeah, a bird could land on there. So we're doing 3 stamps at once here.
Like you're asking me from oh yeah. It's going to be great, whatever happens, isn't it? You just know it's going to be great, whatever happens. That paper already sets the scene. You've got the night sky, you've got the lake, you've got the mist on the lake. If you've ever been late at night, maybe you're someone who fishes, and if you go out fishing, you'll know that. If you've ever been fishing overnight and you wake up dead early, that 4 and that mist on the lake, and you've got your first cup of coffee or cup of tea in the morning out your flask.
And it stinks.
And it stinks, yeah. Yeah, flask tea doesn't travel, does it? No, I don't like flask tea, really.
So now look, let me just get more detail on here so you can see it.
Got 5 minutes left. Where did that time go?
I know.
We're having too much fun today. Can we get an email out, Bernie, that they're too much fun? Okay, yeah.
So I'm just going to take my stamp now. Let's build it up a little bit more.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, really. I just like.
But like I say, we're using black. You can use whatever colours you want, really. I mean, you could use.
Let's fill that little space.
White embossing powder.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you've got a really, just use a black piece of cardstock and do everything in white. Do it the other way around.
That would look cool.
Do the negative and the positive thing going on, and just try it.
That would look cool. And again, I'm using the all-time favourite Eureka, so this is helping me out massively, as you can see. It helps me repeat a couple of my stamps so I can build the scene.
Now you've got it going on.
It's coming together slowly. So you can just, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. So let's, do you want me to move on to another stamp? Or do you want me to
we've got about, how long we got? 4 minutes. So
Okay.
should we move on? Because we have sold out of this one and we're a bit naughty to keep
Okay, do you want me to stamp?
Reach for the stars?
Okay. I tell you what, let's do Reach for the Stars.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Let me just grab mine. Would you like to pick one of the scene papers from there?
Oh, crikey.
And I'll
that's
stamp
pressure.
it in.
Okay. Done that
And
one.
it, dependent on which one you pick, whether we do embossing or whether we do black.
Oh, now you put me under pressure now.
So one of the sceney ones. That'd be nice, I think.
One of the sceney ones.
Yeah, or the coloured ones, or whatever you want. So this is the one where you get that misty tree line, which is
hang on.
absolutely wonderful.
You're doing that, aren't you? Oh,
Yeah.
blimey. Oh, hang on.
And again, this is how wonderful this paper set is. It works with pretty much everything.
I'm going to go with my first choice.
Oh, that's very nice. So let's pop that on there. So shall we do them down by the base?
Could do. In amongst the tree line. In the middle somewhere, yeah.
Let's go here.
It's magical, I know that.
It is.
It's very Tolkien.
So what you're going to have to do is, because we've got like trees coming down here, we can infill with our tree set.
Of course you can.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Of course you can. Of course you can. So let's get some black ink.
Hang on a minute. Happy Haunting paper pad. It's just suddenly gone. Oh blimey. We might not have this later on. 6 o'clock you said, did you? 8.
8.
Oh, that's us.
Is it?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Didn't realise.
This would be great. I can actually do my own stock updates from earlier on, which would be great. You don't often get a chance to do that. I don't get a chance to say "told you so."
Well,
Told you so. I said it later on. It wouldn't be here, didn't I? Oh.
now it's good. I just need to make it darker. Just looks a bit posh, doesn't it?
I chose well there, didn't I?
You did.
I'm actually
I
quite.
was pleased when you picked that one. I was like,
It's going to make us look good, kid. Oh.
need to just try and get a bit more.
And can I just say, you're thinking, oh yeah, they planned all that. I
No, we
didn't.
didn't.
I changed my mind about 3 times. It's like when a McGicken asked you to choose a card, and you go, oh, and you change your mind, didn't you? You go, oh,
Yeah.
I'll change my mind. I'll change my mind again. But oh, I'm glad I didn't. Look at that.
So now, if you want to, rather than do the solid moon like we did before, if we pop the exterior on and just do a halo around the outside, you'll end up with like a halo glow from that.
Make sure you put nothing on this time. They got a minute.
Okay, very quickly. We could do a solid one.
Do a solid one right in the middle. I'm all over this. I'm glad I did this.
So I'm just doing a halo around on this one. But
All right.
of course, if I don't like it, I could just add the other one.
Of course.
Because it's only a bit of ink, isn't it? So we're just doing like a glow around. And in this particular set, you get the stars. So I could stamp the stars across the top as well.
I think you should, and we'll show them later. Oh. Are we that good, really?
That's it. I'm going to stop there because it's that
stop.
good. I'll probably ruin it now.
Don't come and just.
Don't touch.
Don't touch it. Don't touch that. Just. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you get for having great tools of the trade. That's what you get, ladies and gentlemen, for having the right things on your desk to craft with at any one time. We've only got the last few seconds to say, check out your baskets. We'll be back a little bit later on for more demos. So what you can do then is know that you've got everything and you can just relax, can't you? You can just say, right, OK, I'll just watch the programme now, because that's what Create and Craft's all about. 676-620 is your item number. Spectacular. Whether you're using for this or whether you're using for something completely different, you've got that reflection, and I think that really makes the difference. That's the difference
Christmas
between...
cards tonight.
All right, I'm just about to ask you a question. What's tonight then? What's tonight, Tom?
Christmas cards with these. How?
On-screen
Sure.
Wi-Fi. I
Dean
don't
will
know.
figure it out.
I'll sort it out. Don't worry. Whatever happens, it'll
He'll
sort
sort
it
me
out. I'll sort it out. $17.99. Check Flexi Basket. Your pens in. Tony, thanks.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
See you later.